Welcome, everybody, to this week's fun-filled episode of the Kentucky Hop Brown Boys. I'm your host, as usual, Jerry Saylor. Tonight in the studio, we have a very special guest, fresh out of jail. Nothing like that, but he's still fresh out of jail. I'm talking about the motherfucker of Cincinnati himself, Forrest, and I hope I'm saying this right, Thomer.
Tomer, but you know.
Tomer?
I'll go by motherfucker. I'll take that as well.
Okay. All right. Can I just call you Mofo for short?
Mofo.
Okay. Just want to make sure everything's kosher there. Also in the studio tonight, joining us, we're talking about the Leverage Slope with Dusty B.
What's going on, everybody?
Fucking same shit, different day.
Yep.
And, of course,
fucking Toby.
fucking Toby's here.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
You know, I had Jesus one time, and
He didn't call you back?
it wasn't all that nice.
Oh.
It wasn't nice at all. I was going to check
think
my levels
Jesus
here.
Use the condom.
Probably
Like Jesus
not.
anti-birth control. I don't know.
Abstinence.
I don't think Jesus used a condom, but if he did, it was probably made out of lambskin.
Yep.
I was getting ready to say that.
Or sheepskin.
Yeah.
One of the two there. Definitely.
He parted that red pussy.
Wow.
You think she was on the rag?
Probably.
You think so?
I don't know.
She could have been. I don't know. But all right, let's get down to fucking brass tacks here. Mr. Motherfucker here, he's a busy man. Had the pleasure of stopping by our studio. We're going to give him some time. And then he's got some other engagements that he's got to go to. Some other motherfucking shit going down.
Yeah.
Motherfucking shit.
Please, I guess start off. Tell us about yourself, Mr. Mofo.
I'm just a guy who wants to do things and have fun, and I keep ending up put in handcuffs for some reason. I guess is the way to describe it. Recently, I've been telling people they'll have a motherfucker campaign. I believe that, we live in a world that tells us we're not good enough all the fucking time. That when it comes to our dreams and our passions and our ambitions in life, that if we dream too big, if we dream too wild, that there's something wrong with us. People tell us that there's something wrong with us. And it's because we literally live in a world where fear and insecurity are super profitable.
Well, yeah.
And you just kind of, you guys, you got the radio station that you're working on building up here. Everybody has their dreams. They have their passions.
Our
and
goals, our ambitions.
Yes, and the only way you're ever going to make any of that
twinkle in our eyes.
Yeah. The only way you're ever going to make any of that happen is by literally telling the world to fuck off, that you're a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And I decided to put that on my car. And next thing
that's a very nice car, too, by the way.
That is cool.
And the next thing you know, people are calling the police on me all the time. Because I guess people, for some reason, think that it's against the law to put the word fuck on public display. And that's really scary.
I had an incident once when I was in high school. I can't remember exactly what grade, but I had a Marilyn Manson shirt that said, "I am the god of fuck" on the back. And, I'm at the mall with my mother, who didn't give a fuck. She let me freely express myself. And the security guards came up and they were like, you needed to flip your shirt inside out.
Doesn't that piss you off when people say stuff like that?
Not really, because I just kind of sat down and I looked over at my mom. My mom looked over. She's like, "Are you fucking serious? Fuck off, dude." And the cop was just like, the mall security guard was kind of like at a loss for words, because my mother, she's a sweet little old lady. Looks like Betty White.
Yeah.
And sometimes the shit she spews from her mouth just amazes people.
Well, you should probably take your mom out in public.
Yeah, she'd be great. She'd love it.
Yeah.
She would get a kick out of it.
She should be your security guard.
Yeah, you're talking with the guy. He was freaked out. I looked suspicious because I had sunglasses on at a bus stop.
God.
So you recently got arrested in the great city of Cincinnati.
I did. And this is my first time, obviously,
It's
being arrested.
not your first rodeo, yeah. Tell us about that.
I was out at the Taste of Cincinnati, and I was holding a sign that said, "Fuck you, I'm a motherfucker." And I was just walking through the crowd, letting people read my sign.
Now, I have to say here, when I saw the picture of you holding the sign, it's not like it was a fucking banner that just said, "Fuck you, I'm a motherfucker" on it. It was like, it had "fuck you," in the corner, kind of angled or whatever. And then it said, I'm a motherfucker with other stuff. Obviously, you're promoting a book.
Yes, my book
Right.
is Google
Yeah.
my book, learn my story, the art of being a motherfucker, and what my name is. So when people get pissy and want to bitch at me, they can at least find me and complain to me in person, later down the road. Well, next thing you know, a police officer comes up and is putting me in handcuffs, and I'm like, well, what the hell's going on? And he's telling me that today it's against the law to use profanity in public. use vulgar and profane words in public. And I'm like,
were you actually saying fuck
No,
you,
I-
motherfucker? Or
no,
just,
see,
it's just on your side.
I mean, I have told people, fuck you, I'm a motherfucker. But at an event like the Taste of Cincinnati, there's so many people, you can't talk to everybody. So you just hold a sign. You know,
Yeah.
that's what you
Right.
do. And next thing you know, I'm being put in handcuffs. Like, I'm like, for what? And the cop's saying, because I said, he's saying you're using profane language in public. And I'm like, that's not against the law. And he's saying, today it is. Today it's against the law. And he's putting me in handcuffs and wrestling me. And then he goes off and says, sue the city. The police officer literally tells me to sue the city. And I thought that was absolutely hilarious because my response was, I already have. I did.
You don't know who I am,
And
do
I
you?
won. I won. Yeah. I mean, a couple of years ago, I was promoting a comedian with muscular dystrophy, who at the time, I guess we were friends. Her website is a laugh at the crippled girl.
Yeah.
And I got arrested for asking people if they want to laugh at a crippled girl because it was apparently an offensive joke to somebody.
now, see, I think that's perfect advertising right there, because she's obviously like a comedian,
Yeah.
and she was promoting a show. She wanted people to come and laugh, maybe not at her, but with her, perhaps, but still, perfect advertising.
And like I said,
Come laugh at a crippled girl.
I ended up in handcuffs for that too because somebody was offended by a joke and ended up in court for almost a year. Fought that, won a jury trial. Then I sued the city of Cincinnati in federal court and won $25,000.
Nice.
Nice. Hell
So,
yeah.
you would think that of all the people the Cincinnati
Yeah.
police officers would arrest for saying a cuss word, which they wrote on the citation. It was because I said the word motherfucker in public. They said on camera, he said on camera, it was because I was using vulgar words in public, the word motherfucker specifically, and said on camera, sue the city. Of all the people that you would not want to do that combination of things to, it was the guy holding a sign that says "fuck you, motherfucker," wearing a Tyrannosaurus Rex necklace, which you would. It's not like I'm hiding who I am.
Right.
You know.
Hold that up real quick so folks at home watching
Oh.
can see the big T-Rex. That thing is massive.
The thing. I mean, I'm a dinosaur aficionado. I absolutely love dinosaurs. I mean, I feel like I kind of have this fascination with dinosaurs because if you look at a dinosaur, I mean, a dinosaur toy, dinosaur skeleton, or whatever, these are real animals that used to exist. And if you just realize that a T-Rex used to walk around, used to hunt, used to fuck, used to kill things, you have no reason to question impossibility.
I don't think T-Rexes actually fucked, did they? I think,
I'm
they
pretty-
more laid eggs and fertilized them.
No,
they
T-Rex
fucked.
is fucked.
Did they
They
fuck?
fucked. That was just Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
because they were all females.
Really? I thought they were like. And dinosaur considered like a reptile. Reptiles don't fuck.
Reptiles fuck.
Do
Yeah,
they?
was totally fuck. Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
they? How do they
You ever-
fuck?
you never seen
Maybe
Steve-
not so much.
You
in
never
a,
saw like
a-
Steve
not
Irwin,
like-
I'm gonna go stick my finger up there, Phil's wiener, and he does that shit.
Okay,
and
maybe
you're
like
"Oh,
an
they're fucking
alligator
and
or
shit."
something,
That's a
yeah.
reptile. They call those things. They said
We're
those are like living
suddenly talking,
dinosaurs.
like biology.
Touche.
Become a herpetology lesson for some reason.
Okay. Touche. I'll give you guys that.
This is what we do. We get off on tangents.
All right.
I miss the crocodile hunter. He was a genius.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Crikey. So, what are some other things you've been arrested for in the past? Other non motherfucker related shit.
I was
Pretty
arrest-
much everything motherfucker related.
I was arrested for the cripple girl thing. I was arrested for holding my middle finger up and flipping off the sky. I was arrested. I was given a citation for that, and they said apparently flipping off the sky is considered harassment. And
To the sky.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
I don't know.
So were you literally like that?
Yeah, I was literally just holding my middle finger up, flipping off the sky on the side of the highway, and a police officer. There's videos of all this, so you can. I mean,
Yeah.
everything I'm talking about, you can watch
Yeah.
and see that I'm not.
It's
making
all
it up.
documented.
It's documented. This really happens. This is how fucked up our world is today. A lot of people. I got arrested for shining a pink dinosaur on a wall. I know there's a lot of Cincinnati comedians that keep bitching and saying that I'm not a comedian. You know, which I think is hilarious because of. All the people that claim to be comedians, the only one that's being recognized as a comedian in the media is apparently not a real comedian, which I find fucking hilarious. You know, you guys could suck my dick.
But do you consider yourself a comedian?
I to a degree, definitely I would consider myself a creative activist. You know, comedian. I'm an author. I just really ultimately I just say I'm a motherfucker, but people can't put that on the news. So that's true. Whatever they want to go with.
We're putting it on this show for you.
I mean, that's what
He's
I
a
claim to be. I'm
motherfucker.
just a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And like you said, you just need to be a motherfucker. Be yourself, whatever it is, and let other people figure out what the
Have you
fuck they're
actually
doing.
fucked a mother though?
MILFs are fun.
Really? Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
I've
cool.
fucked a few MILFs. I have.
There you go.
So he's literally a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever sucked a titty when it was squirting milk out of it? That's
I wouldn't say that's a motherfucker though. It's more of a mother sucker.
why you're fucking her. Why?
Gotcha.
She got like Fruit Loops over here, like
I never would have thought breast milk would have tasted like decently.
breast milk actually surprisingly tastes pretty good.
Really well. That's like
Yeah, it's like
strange.
naturally sweet.
It
and
is. And especially
I
if
can't really describe it.
Especially
It's
if it comes in a package as a double D.
non-pasteurized.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to go on
Pasteurized.
Craigslist and start asking for it now.
You can find
Shit.
it. You can find it. There's
Why don't you go
chicks
downtown?
out there that do that.
give me some
Lactating
Cambodian
prostitutes and shit.
breast milk.
We'll find them. Fuck it.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah,
You,
like I
you
said,
dig it the most, man. I'm telling you.
like I said, the arrest with the people in Cincinnati talking about how I'm not a real comedian. I mean, I performed at the Cincinnati Brouhaha Festival, actually on stage with Tom Arnold. I actually,
nice.
and I have the citation from the police department to prove it, and the jury trial to prove it, and the appeal that I actually just recently won part of. It's not a crime to shine a dinosaur on the wall, and therefore means that I now have a resisting arrest charge that I'm fighting. I'm going to take to the Ohio Supreme Court and fight because you can't be arrested for a non-arrestable offense.
I think Ohio just hates you.
Yeah, you were talking about that earlier. You were
Yep.
saying that the most you could have got. This was for the most recent arrest, right?
Well, this is for the that's for the shine a light on the wall arrest.
Oh, okay.
And that's for a part of a cancer campaign. That's the thing is I have this pink dinosaur that's part, like I said, sending cancer into extinction, and the goal is to somehow raise $100,000 and get Ellen DeGeneres to dance in the city of Cincinnati. And I think that'd be fucking hilarious and awesome. And pink dinosaurs are cool.
So, have you been in contact with the Ellen Show about this?
She actually follows me on Twitter.
Oh, really?
does she?
Yeah, she
Oh, that's
follows me
cool.
on Twitter. I've been all over the news. I had an event at US Bank Arena a few years ago. The problem is, there was like 10,000 people there. It was billboards. It was pretty cool. The problem is I keep getting sidetracked working on like my cancer campaign, working on book promotion, all these other things because I keep getting arrested because apparently everything that I do is supposedly illegal. And you would think in a city that has a heroin epidemic apparently exploding all over the place. How many people have been shot? Literally in the past week and a half. I mean, every time
it's been
like 3 people
10-year
shot
high.
Yeah, it's like people get shot every single day. People were getting shot on the highway. Like people actually was
Yeah.
like full frontal like Fast and the Furious warfare going on out there. And they're arresting me because I use cuss words. Like,
I'm staying in my house now. You guys
Now-
will only see me on Fridays.
Let me ask you this: would you say you are the only motherfucker out there?
no.
Who are some other motherfuckers that you would consider to be
Like-
true motherfuckers?
I personally, honestly believe the word motherfucker is a positive thing. It's a term of endearment. I think that anybody out there who is working on their passions, working on their dreams, who is making a point to stand up and just say, fuck you, this is who I am and this is what I'm about, and has the balls to actually pursue it, is a motherfucker. So anybody can be a motherfucker as long as they just make it a point to stand up for what they fucking believe in. Like I said, I was trying to tell you before, I got into a fight with a hipster during a news interview a couple days ago.
Yeah.
This hipster, he comes up and he kind of interrupts the interview and he starts telling me, first off, he called me a mainstream artist, which I thought was fucking hilarious. Obviously, you know this guy's a straight up hipster now.
Yeah.
And
Based off his vocabulary alone. Yeah.
Yes, and then he starts talking about weird beers out of nowhere, and he has a shit ton of stickers on his helmet and stuff. But each their own, I guess. And this guy's
Wait, hold on, was it a hipster on a moped?
moped, yes.
Oh, dead
even
giveaway.
worse.
Yeah,
I mean, even
yeah.
worse. And this guy's telling me he's like, I've been arrested before. I didn't think it was right, but I didn't fight it. I paid the fine because they said it was wrong. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't even understand.
That just makes him a total
Yeah,
Yes.
that just makes him an
Yeah.
asshole.
And I'm like, just let me throw stuff. I mean, they didn't put this on the news, but this is exactly what happened. I cut the guy off. I was like, well, that's the difference between people like you and people like me. You're a fucking pussy who gets put in handcuffs and doesn't fight it, and I'm the type of guy who stands up and fights for what they fucking believe in. Fuck you. I'm a motherfucker. And he drove off. He got mad about that and drove off. But that's real
Did
truth.
he do a little burnout?
He did. He did. It was. There wasn't any smoke because it was a shitty ass.
It was probably like electric too.
Yeah, it was totally electric. Environmentally
no
friendly
balls.
and everything. Yeah.
No balls.
But that's what I believe. I believe that's what I keep trying to say. That's the whole idea about being a motherfucker is people just you need to believe in things. You need to believe in yourself, and you need to just go out and do shit, and you need to make things happen. Because so much of our lives we don't do that, and so much of what we're told, like I've said before, we're told we're not good enough, and it pisses me off, and it should piss you off.
Yeah.
Because you are good enough. People have told me I've been crazy and delusional. I actually have papers from a psychologist, believe it or not, because I got kicked out of college, that say that I have no psychological pathology, which I think is fucking hilarious to say that I have papers that say that I'm not crazy. But I got kicked out of college because I was wanting to, I was part of the Biological Honor Society, and they were talking about, let's do a bake sale to raise money. And I was like, fuck no, let's do a reality TV show on campus. And they're like, no, that's crazy, that's stupid. And my philosophy's always been, hey, well, let's just make it happen. I see it. I have this vision. Let's go out and do it.
Right.
Checking out cameras. They tell me I can't check out cameras because I'm a biology student. So I'm like, okay. I get students who are EMB students to check out cameras for me. I get in trouble for that. And it's just like you just keep meeting these obstacles, and you get this opposition, and you just gotta say fuck you. People say you're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. Next thing you know, I'm on billboards. I'm dancing with thousands of people. I'm all over the news. End up on the front page of the paper.
Did you make front page news?
Multiple times. I was actually in the New York Times during February with a settlement. They were talking about the New York Times. And like I said, these are all really crazy, weird things to sit there and say. I mean, honestly, like my mom, I don't think took me seriously until she saw me on a billboard one day, and she calls me up on the phone. She's like, "Is that you on a billboard right now on US Bank Arena?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, I'm on a billboard."
What was the billboard for?
It was for my event, my Ellen DeGeneres dance event that we had
okay.
there. Like, so there's videos of all this stuff that people can see, and I say this not to toot my own horn, I guess, to a degree, but it's to say that if you believe in yourself and you just say, fuck you, I'm a motherfucker, you can make these things happen. Because all these things with my own life, I've been told I was crazy. They're delusions, that you're fucking nuts. You'll never make it happen. And what ends up happening is you start making shit happen, and then people start fucking calling you a dick and an asshole and attention whore because, well, they can't talk shit about how you're crazy because you're making it happen.
Yeah.
Right.
So like I said, either people get it, they don't get it. And that's kind of that's the gist of being a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And all that's in your book, right?
That's
you
all
talk
that's
about
in my
that?
book. Yes, that among other things, like the mayor Mark Mallory, tried to want to give me a blowjob. That was kind of interesting.
What? Tell us about that.
That
sounds like an interesting story. Let me get a free hand.
He Jerry Springered it, kind of.
I think Mark Mallory is a great man. I love him as a human being, and I think he's probably he's the best mayor that we've had in the city of Cincinnati. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. He's very progressive. But he likes white boys, and I can't blame him. He has great taste. So what am I gonna say? But there's another example of weird delusional things. How many people can say they've punched the mayor of the city and he liked it? Like I can say that. That's a thing that happened. We were up getting lunch one day, and fucking Dave Chappelle is sitting right here, and here's the mayor of Cincinnati right here. That's our
awesome.
reality.
I was gonna
that's
say,
how small and how cool it is when you just say, fuck it, I'm a motherfucker, go out and do shit. And I talk about other things in there too. I've had my heart broken. I've been in love, and here's what I think is really fucking cool is when I got arrested for the cripple girl stuff, there was this girl that I was madly in love with. I mean, if there was ever such a thing as a soulmate, I mean, it was this girl. And I'm standing on the Purple People Bridge in Newport, and she looks at me and she goes, "You're a joke, and nobody will ever take you seriously." And she said that to me, and that hurts, and that hurts.
Yeah, coming from somebody that you're madly in love with.
Right. And like I said, she disappeared. That was kind of the end of a relationship. I shit you the fuck not. I hadn't seen her in 3 years, 2.5 years, or whatever. The day that I was the front page of the paper for winning $25,000 from my federal lawsuit, I headed to a radio interview at, I guess, WEBN or 700 WWW or whatever it was. I ran into her. And she goes, "What are you up to?" I'm like, headed to a radio interview.
Just spending 25 biggins.
About the article that was published to me in the New York Times, and I just walked on, and that was it. And that's almost poetic but that's the truth. That's your life. You can make shit like that happen. You can experience those things. Because the moment that you stop believing in yourself, why the fuck should anybody else believe in you? Why should they?
Exactly.
Very true.
You have to do that. Like, believe in yourself first before anyone else can. You got to make the shit happen for yourself. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're doing it for yourself.
You got to get out there and make moves, make it happen.
Exactly. You
Rock
have
the
to make
fucking
it
boat
happen.
a little
It's
bit.
not going to land in your lap.
And like I said, all this free speech stuff that keeps coming out, it really scares me about this country. I mean, I love America. I mean, the thing is, when this country, July 4th was 1776 or whatever it was, that's our birthday.
Yep.
And this country wasn't founded by pussies. This country was founded by people who were like, fuck taxation without representation. We're going to motherfucking war, and we're going to kick some ass. We don't have a fucking army yet, but we got pitchforks, and we know how to use the fucking force to our advantage. I'm going to go kill these motherfuckers. And we've become a very passive country.
Yeah.
We've become comfortable being told what we can do. And it's bullshit, honestly. It really is bullshit. Where people are offended about, fuck you, I'm a motherfucker on a car, but they don't give a shit about little kids in in Africa, they're in war-torn countries. They don't give a shit about little kids in their own communities that don't have access to educational tools.
Yeah,
and it's
or food. Yeah.
And like I said, when people get offended, they get mad, they talk all this shit about these things. I think that's the real joke. I think that just puts things in perspective about how far removed most people are from reality, that when they talk about what's normal or what reality really is, it's like, you have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Yeah. So let me. What is the ultimate goal for Forrest Thomer?
I just want to be me. I just want to be me. I just want to do my shit, and I just would like to stop being put in handcuffs. I started, like I said, doing all this stuff because I have this vision of this interactive community outreach channel. There's this ex-friend of mine. He has about 9 million subscribers on his YouTube channel right now. Some girl fucked it up, but he makes about $15,000 for every YouTube video he uploads.
Nice.
And I feel like, because he's getting like 20 million hits for every video at this point, and I feel like that if we found the right group of people, we could get everybody in the city signed up to one YouTube page or one Facebook page, and we could do community outreach through interactive commercials, literally letting a community build content and take advantage of crowdfunding and crowdsourcing to do real community outreach, to do real change in the community. For example, I raised $1,000 in 3 days running around pretending to be a bear in downtown. Now that means to me, yes, and that means to me, and there's a picture of the check that was donated to Susan G. Komen for my breast cancer campaign and stuff. That means to me that if there was the right project and it was social proof properly, that fuck, man, we could really do great things as a community, to the city, to the world. And like I said, I just want to do my shit. I want to have an exciting life. I don't want to die one day and not feel like I didn't do everything I could possibly do to live. And not to get preachy here, but you have to make yourself vulnerable. You have to open yourself up. You have to let people. You just got to put yourself out there. And if you're afraid to be vulnerable, you can never really experience anything. You can't experience love. You can't experience. I'll never be able to put in words what it's fucking like to be sitting in federal court and having a city come in and not want to look you in the eyes. I can't put that in words. When you have a federal judge walk up and want to shake your hand and say, "Congratulations, man." Like
that would be cool.
You just gotta.
That would be awesome.
You just gotta. I just want to live. I want to be a motherfucker and continue being a motherfucker.
I gotta ask, what was the first thing you did with the $25,000?
I bought diamond earrings for this hot chick that sucks amazing dick.
There you go.
Does she continue to suck amazing dick to this day?
I found a different girl.
Oh. Did you buy her
He's
diamond
making it
earrings
rain.
too? Or did you just take them back?
No, I gave them to her. You can't take it back.
There you go.
And I put "fuck you, I'm a motherfucker" over my car.
Nice.
I've also recently made I made a donation to the Ohio Justice and Policy Center for $1,000. I donated $1,000 to the Muscular Dystrophy Association. I've sent in the past couple of years over $3,000 to the my Susan G. Komen cancer campaign.
Right.
I like.
So you've donated a lot of it.
I've donated money. You pay bills, and it's not cheap to fight a city. I mean, it is not cheap to fight a city.
No.
The thing about fighting a city is they make up the rules, and they have all the rules, and they can change it on whenever they want. Like with the cripple girl arrest, it went from saying I was arrested to using grossly abusive language, whatever the fuck that crime is, to that I was too loud in public, which, keep in mind, this happened at an event that was a party outside next to a highway with boats in the river and a band screaming in front of 2,000, 3,000 people. So that I was arrested for using turbulent behavior. So apparently I was a jumbo jet that was
to say,
to the
fucking windy and shit.
Yeah. So I don't know what the hell, but that's what it's like. And I have copies of my meetings with the city. I'm thinking about publishing another book called The Consequences of Being a Motherfucker, and I'm thinking about putting together all the stuff from the last trial. I have copies of that called The Trials of a Motherfucker, where people can actually read verbatim what the city wastes hundreds of thousands of dollars of taxpayer money on. I'm sitting in court, and the city of Cincinnati is asking me questions like, what do you think about Pokemon? Like, I shit you not. Like, what? I shit you not. Taxpayer money was asking me what my opinion on Pokemon is. I mean, like,
well, what is your opinion?
I think fucking Pokemon are awesome. I mean,
Pokemon's the shit.
Pokemon's the shit, and anybody who denies that,
I still play that shit on my phone.
And that's cool. I mean, that's
favorite Pokemon.
Definitely fucking Charizard.
Charizard
all the way.
There you go.
On Snorlax.
He was always the one that I always chose.
No Pikachu though. I mean,
Charizard is a fucking dragon, and Pikachu is a mouse.
Yeah. I like fucking Snorlax. He was the shit.
But everybody likes Pikachu, though.
No,
He's like the go-to Pokemon.
No.
Just because of the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because of the show. Do you think?
I think Japan just has Japan. I don't know where the fuck that came out. I think Japan just has a fetish with like little mice creatures.
Yeah.
I mean, have you noticed there's always like little itty bitty mice everywhere all the time for no reason. There's like 50,000 versions of Pikachu now.
There really is. There's
That's
a
true.
I
shitload
think
of
Pikachu
Pokemon
even
now.
has a porno out now.
Probably. Fuck a
He's got some
Fucking
fan.
yeah, fucking shoot. No, I was dancing with porn stars in Chicago.
I saw that video
Yeah, it's
too.
pretty cool.
Nice.
I saw that
That's
video
cool.
too.
Which porn stars?
Any of them
You-
suck your
uh,
dick?
Anna,
Plead the fifth.
yeah, Anna Fox.
Play the 1, 2,
was
3,
one
4,
of them.
beep.
Miley Stone, I think. It's funny. I walk into the porn store downtown, and I've literally there's vagina molds of these women that have danced with me, like Ellen DeGeneres, which I think is fucking hilarious.
She's got a vagina
Ellen
mold.
DeGeneres has a vagina
Not
mold.
Ellen DeGeneres of the porn stars. It's like
Oh.
you ever dance with somebody and then walk into a store and you're like, holy crap, there's a mold of their vagina.
I don't think I've ever done that.
No?
I don't think I've ever done that.
It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome.
That is pretty
is
cool.
cool.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I danced to the real thing of that. You know?
That pussy
That-
grinded on
I
me.
know what that looks like now. What the fuck?
Thought the lips were a little tighter than that. They didn't do a good job on that.
Have you ever used a rubber vagina?
Fuck no, man.
Or about a
Fuck
rubber
no.
doll?
A rubber ball? I don't
No,
know.
rubber doll.
A rubber doll.
Or a
No.
plastic
No, are you
doll.
trying to throw your fucking blow up dolls out there? Are you trying to get rid of them? I mean, I'll fucking take them if you don't want them.
They're
But I'm not
lonely.
gonna
Oh no,
They're
no, we
lonely.
definitely want
No,
them. I'm just saying, you know, if
no, I had
you're
a
feeling
friend.
frisky, we can leave the room.
I had a friend actually that bought one of those fake pocket vaginas or whatever, and
Pocket pussies.
He had used it a few times, and then he was trying to give it away, and I'm like,
What?
You can't just give a
you
sex
can't just
toy
give it
away.
away. Like he's like, I washed it in the dishwasher, and I was like,
No.
I don't ever want to eat dishes at your house ever.
I actually, as gross as it may sound, I actually did buy a used purple dildo off a Facebook yard sale site
As a prank gift.
as a
though.
prank gift to my brother-in-law.
Nice save there. Nice save.
Yeah, yeah. No, really, I did. It was pretty funny. Like he had like this long tube, like a
purple
box.
dildo, like-
yeah, and
I don't think my dick's ever been purple.
you know the difference between pink and purple? How tight your grip is.
I was gonna say how tight your grip
Yeah.
is.
So, just saying, grip it a little tighter. It'll get purple. Trust me. But no, I had it like in this long box, and it had like just the end popped off. Well, I shoved the dildo. It had like a suction cup on it, and I just stuck it in the lid. So as soon as he pulled the lid off, he had a dick in his face. It was fucking hilarious. It was great. One of the best Christmas gifts I've ever given anybody.
There's like little
dick in his
kids
face.
around and shit.
Yeah, little kids
They're
are
like,
like,
what the fuck is that?
What's
And nobody
that?
called the police. God damn it, man! What the fuck?
I was trying, man. It was a family event. They were too nice.
Oh, there was
Family friendly.
there was a couple
Family
pissed.
friendly.
There was a couple pissed off family members.
A
Oh my
couple,
god! Did you
but
see the video
fuck
of
'em.
me flipping everybody off at the opening Reds opening day? There's a video of that.
No.
I walked through Reds opening day with my "fuck you, motherfucker" sign and my middle finger up, and flipped off everybody in the city.
Yeah,
I didn't get arrested for that, by the way.
because everybody's fucking down there drinking with open containers.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I remember this woman was on the camera and she was like, "This is a family friendly event, and I'm like, "How do you think fucking families are made?" Like, you know, it's just the truth.
By
It goes-
fucking.
by fucking probably a few times
Well,
actually. You
the
know,
fact that she said it's a family-friendly event,
like, what does that even mean though?
it's an open. Like that's the thing. That was the big thing about opening day. They show, oh, it's open container downtown on opening day. Like everybody's fucking drinking. How is that family-friendly? Like
How's it not
everybody's
family
fucking
friendly? I'd
drinking.
rather everybody in my family be fucking drunk.
Oh,
than
yeah,
not drink.
but it is.
That
But
sounds like
but
my family, actually.
Well,
right there.
think about like when you have a cookout like that. It's considered a family-friendly event.
Well,
That's
yeah,
like a
but,
family cookout.
I mean,
you
people
know?
do get fucking drunk
I mean, who
and
is-
shit
oh,
faced,
yeah.
but I mean, just
but-
because you're flipping somebody off, you're like, oh, it's
But for-
family friendly.
well,
You keep flipping people
But for
off.
people to come off on their high like little pedestals,
Yeah.
of this is what families are supposed to be like.
Yeah.
I mean, like Jesus Christ, your kids, you've
So-
used cuss words. Your kids have probably walked in on you having sex. I mean,
Yeah.
if you haven't, then you need to let that happen to traumatize little sons of bitches. I'm literally at the point like my mom beat my ass with a broom for like this like. You don't get the lawnmower stuck in a tree. I got a lawnmower stuck in a tree one time. I don't know how the fuck I managed to do that, but I did. When I was little.
Are we talking a push mower?
No, like a riding lawnmower. I actually rode it off a hill and got it stuck in a tree one year when I was a kid. My brother and I,
That's
we
interesting.
each had our own babysitter because we needed our own babysitter. We had one babysitter that fell asleep on the job, so my brother and I duct taped her to a chair and left her duct taped for like 10 hours to a chair.
That's
Nice.
And
awesome.
we had another one that was in the bathroom, and in our house when we were growing up, the bathroom, the walkway was like like it was really there wasn't a lot of space, so we
Narrow.
stuck a shit ton of chairs between the door and the hallway. So she was locked in the bathroom the entire day. So
Nice.
and my mom, like I said, spanked me with a few brooms, and when she broke the broom, would beat me with her shoe because I deserved it.
Did you ever get the wooden spoon though?
I got the fucking broom.
But have you ever had a wooden spoon though?
I had a paddle.
A wooden spoon is like the pinnacle of fucking beating the shit out of a kid.
Is it?
Oh,
I don't
yeah. You
know.
ever been hit with a wooden spoon?
That's what's funny though. People are like,
I'm gonna go get a wooden spoon real
but
quick.
people say that shit like, aren't you afraid of the police doing this or doing this? Like, the worst thing a cop can do, I guess, is shoot you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is probably pretty bad. But when your ass has been beat by your mom, like growing up, nothing leaves an impression like that in your head. Like, you know what? You are not my mama. I am not afraid of you.
Well, you got a taser? Big deal, man.
Yeah, big goddamn deal.
Go get a broomstick and I'll fucking cower.
I'm sorry. Don't hit me.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm not your mom. Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
So tell us more about your book here. I'm really interested in this book. When exactly did you write this? How long ago did this come out?
I've been promoting the book for, I guess it's been out for about 7-8 months, but I haven't really been promoting it. I've been sidetracked with, the appeal case and then the other
Right.
stuff and just life. The book's, like I said, it's about my journey from the point of being kicked out of college to me winning the Cripple Girl case. And it kind of everything in between then and there. I mean, I consider
Right.
it a contemporary art piece. There's some poems in there, just kind of what was going through my mind. I mean, it's all over the place. It should
Kind
be.
of like a motherfucking journal.
Right, yeah, like that.
Motherfucking journal.
And like I said, people are curious about who I am. I didn't, not to sound like in the past, fucking week alone, I've been called a Cincinnati icon. I've been called a genius. I've been called a douchebag and a faggot. I've been called everything you be called. The thing is that people always ask these questions about me, and I figure, like, well, if you have these questions about me and you want to know who I am, and you really want to know who I am, take a look at my book.
Read the book.
Read the fucking book. And if
Yeah.
you don't want to read the book, fuck you. And if you do read the book, fuck you. Like,
Speaking of which, where can you get the book at?
Yeah.
You can get the book at Barnes & Noble. It's available on Amazon. And when I'm out, I'm usually have copies of it with me. It's cheaper online. And I'd like to somehow maybe tie it in with my cancer campaign. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But right now, I have a story to tell. And if people are interested, they can learn it. And if they're not interested, well, just go on about your day.
You need to come up with another book for your cancer campaign. Call it Motherfucking Cancer.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. And just document your entire journey through the whole cancer campaign.
Well,
I think that would be interesting to read.
yeah, especially all the you've been sentenced to jail time and you're on my $10,000. I thought, like I said, that's what it kind of. It's I could take it. I'm a big boy. I can take it. But it does to some degree. Sometimes it does kind of hurt your feelings when some people take some of your art or some of what you do the wrong way. Because I feel like I understand that some of the things I can do can be misunderstood, and I accept that going into it. I know that. But I feel like ultimately all I've ever wanted to do, like I said, is just be myself and just try to fucking have fun and do cool things. And like I said, that's the world. People want to tear you down. They want to say the shit they want to say because I think it makes them feel better about them not doing the shit they want to do. And it's hard to relate to what that's like if you're not the kind of person who just goes out and does it. I mean, if you're a fucking pencil pusher, you don't know what it's like to tell somebody to fuck off, let alone a city or a police department or an asshole.
Now, I know earlier in the show you said that you feel motherfucker is a term of endearment.
I do.
Do you think that perhaps there would be a better term to how can I say this here? A better term that you could use to promote yourself that would be more positive to other people who think that motherfucker would be offensive.
I don't give a fuck what people are offended by. I like the term motherfucker, and it's what I'm going with.
Well, I like it too,
I
but in order for some people, I'm at a loss for words here.
And like I said, the people that get offended by it, I consider them the part of the problem. As much as they want to tell me that there's something wrong with me and people like me and people that support and agree with the type of stuff that I do, I feel like they're the ones that are messed up because they are offended by a goddamn fucking word.
I agree with that. I totally 100% agree with you on that. Okay, for instance, Ellen DeGeneres, you would love for her to come and dance in Cincinnati, correct?
Yeah, why not?
Do you think that Ellen and her what's what I'm looking for here? Her publicist or people that she worked with would want to be associated with a guy who would use the word motherfucker not only to describe himself.
If Ellen DeGeneres doesn't like who I am, fuck her. I'd love to dance in the city of Cincinnati, but if she doesn't like me, well, what the fuck?
I'm honestly sure you could probably find a celebrity who likes the word motherfucker.
I mean,
well, yeah,
Ellen
I'm sure
DeGeneres-
Charlie Sheen would jump
Yeah.
all over that.
Hasn't Charlie Sheen been on the
Sheen.
Ellen DeGeneres show?
Yeah.
Hasn't Nicki Minaj been on the 2 Chainz? I mean, all these fucking people been on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
2
You know,
Chainz.
I think Ellen DeGeneres' message has always been, she's like, I'm a lesbian and this is what I do. And Ellen DeGeneres had a lot of controversy when she was public about who she was.
Yeah.
And if Ellen DeGeneres is going to get on a pedestal and talk about how she's a lesbian and people need to appreciate who she is, and she's done a lot of great work, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But, I'm a motherfucker and people need to accept me for who I am.
Yeah.
It's the same exact idea.
Very true.
And
Very true.
that's all I can say. I mean, I'm not. My goal, as an artist or as a human being or as a comedian or whatever it is, I just do shit, put it out there, and if you like it, great. If you don't like it, great. I don't care. It is what it is, and fuck off either way. That's all you can say, and that's all you can do. You shouldn't do things. So many people are so obsessed with just like me, and it's creepy, man. It's creepy. It's weird. Follow me on Twitter, like my shit on Facebook or whatever. It's just like, just do your shit. Just do your shit, and it'll speak for itself.
If people like you, then the masses will follow.
And if they don't like you, well, they'll fucking bitch about you.
No, let me.
They're still talking about you. So.
That's true. Let me ask you this. Let's put the flip side on this here. Let's say the whole motherfucker campaign, it pays off, it blows up big, and then you kind of turn into the basic celebrity. You're jet setting all across the world. You're having dinner over here, dinner over there, meeting all these famous people and stuff.
Fucking porn stars and dancing with them.
Fucking porn stars and dancing with them.
More.
And do you feel, or do you think that you would be afraid to become that stereotypical celebrity that, even though you are doing your thing, that
I am who I am.
You see where I'm picking, where I'm going down there?
I am who I am. I've always been who I am. I don't feel like I've changed at this point. I don't feel like I think people are who they are. I think that when you put people in positions where they can act a different way, that's who they really fucking are. And I'm, like I said, I just am who I am. I know that if the more that I continue to do this type of stuff that I do, and the bigger platforms that open themselves up and become available to me, I feel like that just opens up more opportunities to have more fun. That opens up more opportunities to help kids in Cincinnati public schools. That opens up more opportunities to just blow shit the fuck up. And at the
non-terroristically.
Yes, like I said, I was called a terrorist for putting T-Rex stickers on a building. The PNG, the pink T-Rex stickers. It's a terroristic type tactic. But yeah, metaphorically blowing shit up. And I can't help what people think, and I don't give a fuck what they think because you really can't. It's not. Isn't there a famous quote? It's none of my business what your opinion of me is, and that's I think more people need to have that attitude.
Yeah.
And don't forget the other famous quote: "Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and everybody thinks theirs don't stink."
Right? That's true. That's true. I mean, who the fuck cares? I just want to do my shit. I just want to be mean.
Do fun shit,
Right?
but keep it legal. Would you agree to that?
Everything
keep it
I've
legal?
done
It's pretty much legal.
is legal. It has been found legal in a court of law.
Yeah.
In my recent appeal with the last thing that I was found guilty of as being found legal. So keep it legal. But if the law ends up being fucked up, do something illegal.
The law's always fucked up.
Yeah, there are a lot of fucked up laws out there. Is there anything you do want to get arrested for?
I don't think anybody ever wants to get arrested.
Well, I mean, nobody ever really wants to get arrested.
I don't.
But
that's the thing that like some people say. He goes out, he baits the cops, he wants to get arrested and do all this shit like that. I'm like, no, I don't. With the Cripple Girl thing, for example, and the Sue in the City, and everybody talks about it because you got some settlement money or whatever out of it. I literally tried for over 3 months to get that case dismissed. I tried to get dismissed. I tried to get it thrown out of court. I tried to walk away. I was like, dude, you don't have a case. Just give me a piece of paper. I'll sign it. Say I won't sue the city or whatever. Just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And they refused to do it. They were so hell bent on trying to make an example out of me. And like I said, it just clicks in your head. You're like, these fuckers are trying to prove a point. They're trying to turn you into you're trying to kill you. They're trying to make an example out of you.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm going to fucking make an example out of you. And that's where it came from. So, no, I don't ever want to get arrested. I don't enjoy being put in handcuffs. I don't enjoy spending time in jail. And anybody says they enjoy spending time in jail, maybe, I don't know. I don't, they're fucked up, maybe.
some people do like jail. I watch a lot of like gangland shows and stuff. And there are people out there that like being in jail. So they say.
Free healthcare.
Yeah, you get free health care, 3 squares a day.
When I've been in jail, I was in jail one night. I got arrested because I refused to take my T-Rex necklace off. That case got
What?
dismissed.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
you
retarded.
got
Where the fuck was
arrested
that at?
for
That's
that?
retarded.
Yeah, I was actually downtown at a party, and my T-Rex necklace was on the guest list. His name, it was T-Rex. It wasn't my name, like I said, it's forced. So I was at the party. I walked outside to get some fresh air, and I went to go back in the party. Well, the bouncer at the club was like, you can't come in because you're not dress code appropriate. I'm like, first off, this club sounds totally douchey, because if you have to be dress code appropriate, it's
Yeah.
already not fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, but dude, it says right there on the guest list T-Rex. Who the fuck do you think T-Rex is, you know? And, you know, it's my fucking chain. I was already in the goddamn thing. And he pushed me, so I pushed him back off me. Next thing you know, cops are arresting me and beating me up and throwing me on the ground, taking me
Yeah.
to jail.
Did you get hit with a nightstick? Or just
Yeah,
was it
they
just
fucking
hands
hit
and
you up
feet?
underneath my knees, and they put
Yeah.
me down on the
Get
ground.
you to
and throw
fall?
me out. Yeah,
Okay.
and I ended up spending a night in jail for that. They took my shoes from me and my socks from me, and they put me in solitary confinement. The cool thing is really hot chick that I met actually at the party ended up getting arrested that night too, so we had a
Nice.
cool conversation.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got all the people that were arrested to dance like Ellen DeGeneres in the jail cell. But yeah, that was a thing, and no, you don't want to get fucking arrested. I don't know where we were going that tangent. I just said that shit happens. Like,
Crazy shit does happen when you're in jail. There was a story we used to tell back in the day about me and another guy the time we went to jail. I don't want to get into it now. It's a bit graphic, but you have to check out some later
Did it involve
episodes.
a
Yo,
blow-up
shit.
doll?
No. I'm sure.
Shit.
I'm sure he wished it was a blow up doll, but no. That's a whole nother story altogether. I don't even get into that.
Oh shit.
But I don't know. I don't know where to go from there. That's some crazy shit. So you say you've had the T-Rex necklace for like 4 years now?
4.5 years.
Where did you get that from, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah.
I hatched it from an egg.
Well, besides that,
No, like I said, I actually love dinosaurs. I've been obsessed with them since I was a little kid. I mean, like I said, they're fascinating. They're cool. They're just amazing. And if people say, "Oh, that's nerdy," well, fuck you. It's fucking awesome.
dude, dinosaurs are the fucking
Dinosaurs
shit.
are awesome. I started wearing a T-Rex chain though. I dated a lot of black women.
There you
and
go.
I was dating this girl that went
Black chicks love the skinny white dudes, man.
with the blinged out chain necklaces on.
And the good credit.
Yeah, and the good yeah. You win a court settlement. It's all over the fucking news. And you start getting emails and messages from girls you haven't.
Hey,
talked to.
daddy, how you doing?
Hey, what are you up to? How you doing? I'm like,
What's up, boo?
I got hit up by this one girl that I was fucking in a car. I was like a couple times, and she had a boyfriend. I didn't know she had a boyfriend.
Those are the best.
I met her boyfriend. Actually, shook his hand, and I was like, "You have a great girl here." I mean, he really did. She was fucking awesome. She hit me up with that. No, I was dating this girl that graduated from Howard University, and she wanted me to go down to the homecoming. And I was like, "Well, if I'm going to go to fucking Washington D.C., which is a private black college, I was going to wear bling." And I put a goddamn T-Rex chain on my neck, and that's where it happened. It was just kind of there, and
Just kind of
and
started.
it's like, yeah, it's like you sometimes you put on a hat, you get a shirt, and you're like, this is who the fuck I am. This is what I'm about. And it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I love my dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. It's fucking cool. And they became part of my cancer campaign about sending cancer into extinction. And
I like that. It's catchy. It's catchy. I like that.
And now, I just a lot of people used to make fun of me about it. They used to call me names and used to talk bad shit about
the whole dinosaur thing.
Yeah, well, because I go out, they say this guy's weird. This guy's. Some people still think that I'm like schizophrenic or psychotic. Or actually, the other day somebody came up to me and was like, "I saw you on the news. I really thought that you were schizophrenic. I didn't realize that you were like normal-ish."
Normal-ish?
And I was like, I said, I'll take that as a compliment, I guess. But I think this is because we live in a conservative area, and people are, it takes a lot of work to be quote unquote traditionally cool. I mean, cool people, they put a lot of work into how they dress, what kind of hairstyles they have. When I think about like kids in high school and middle school that are bullied, the kids that are bullied are really probably the most popular kids in the school. They really are. Everybody knows who the nerds are, or the people not to talk to. And the thing is if those kids that are getting bullied and they're getting picked on, if they just own their identity and just say, fuck you, I am a nerd, I'm fucking awesome. They now go from being the most picked on kids to the most looked up at kids because everybody fucking knows them.
See, if I thought that way, like when I was in middle school and high school, a lot of shit would be different.
Well, I mean,
You'd be like Hugh Hef right now.
I would be Hugh Hef.
You'd be like Tobe Hefner.
with the titties.
With titties.
With titties.
You already got the titties.
I mean, like I said, I mean, when I was in middle school, who hasn't been bullied? I was bullied because I was afraid of germs. I mean, it's weird thinking about now when you think about how many times I put my dick in something, But there was a point when I was little, I used to wash my hands to the point to where they would bleed because I was afraid of just germs. And kids would pick
I
on
was
me.
like that when I was younger.
There was a kid. I remember a kid. I got spit on. I remember a kid that pulled a pubic hair out one day and put it on my cheek. and he
What?
thought that was funny. And the weird thing is that part of that process of growing up, I guess, it's you just gotta realize who the fuck you are. Why are people talking the way they are about you? And when you can go through some shit like that, especially you're taking on a city, going through it builds confidence in a way that you can't be built.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like I said, that's another message. I mean, it's a part of the motherfucker thing, and just people should take away is, you just be yourself and be happy with who you are, and just tell the world to fuck off.
Own it.
So,
Own that shit. That's right. I have to admit, going into this interview, I was a little uneasy. I kind of didn't know where you were coming from, but now that we've sat down, we've talked, I feel I know you a little bit. I feel I know exactly where you're coming from now.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, definitely.
Well, I appreciate you guys inviting me on here and talk about my book and letting people know about the fucking bullshit arrests that keep happening.
It was like the next day after you got arrested and all that shit happened. He's like, we got to get this guy on the show.
Yeah, I posted.
Like
I was like, we got to get this guy on the show. And then Jay Armstrong.
I love Jay.
Jay's
I
awesome.
love Jay, even though he keeps telling people he's like, Forrest is a comedian. I'm like, yes, Jay, I am a fucking comedian. Like, I am a comedian. Okay, just shut up, Jay. And
But I posted that, and like he hit me up. He was like, "Dude, if you want him, I can get him." And I was just like,
Okay.
I was like, "Well, fuck yeah, hook me up, dude."
Jason Baller.
Yeah,
Man.
Jay's the shit. He's on his A game.
Jay
all over it.
Jay is one of
Yeah.
the few artist comedians in this area that I have mad respect for. Like I actually said it online. I think like I don't know who knows who Jay is or what Jay does.
Everybody
knows
knows
Jay.
Jay, yeah.
Everybody knows Jay. But Jay has definitely taken a lot of negative things and turned it into comedic gold. And
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
like literally, there's some alternate universe where there's a Jay Armstrong that's dead or sucking dick for a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we get the Jay that's the fucking badass who
Yeah.
is opening up, who does successful open mic nights, who actually is, pursuing his passions. I think Jay Armstrong's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn
I
straight
totally
he
agree.
is. Damn
Definitely.
straight he is.
And I honestly, despite all the bullshit the cripple girl keeps talking, I think that she's a motherfucker. I think that
So the cripple girl's actually talking shit about you now.
yeah, I she's been mad ever since the whole shine a light in a wall court case, because my philosophy is that if there's a main stage, you fucking take that goddamn stage.
So she's more mad that her case, or the case that you got in trouble for her over, didn't go as big as the shine the light thing. Is that what she's mad about?
No, I think she's mad. I don't have any fucking idea. She's a woman. Who the hell knows how women are? I don't know what the fuck goes
That's
through her mind.
that's
I was
that's
gonna
her
say
problem.
that,
It's
but
not the fact that
this
she's
is a
crippled;
fucking-
is she's a woman.
She's a woman. She's probably PMSing, and I mean, I don't know what the fuck goes on. I feel like somebody like Ali Bruner. I feel like Ali Bruner is probably one of the greatest comedians this city has ever produced. Anybody who disagrees with that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. But I feel like somebody like Ali Bruner deserves to be on goddamn HBO, just like Jay Armstrong. I feel like these are people in our community that have it, that have what it takes, that are the type of comedians that we should all rally behind.
Yeah.
They don't need to be the side act. They don't need to be on the little tunnel at the Cincinnati Brouhaha Festival. They need to be on the fucking main stage, and they need to be the ones that goddamn Brouhaha Festival is promoting to come out and see. And I feel particularly Jay. I think Jay knows that he's the shit, and I think Jay's making really good moves to pursue that. I think Ali,
I don't think he quite realizes yet that he's the shit.
No, Jay Armstrong is the fucking shit.
He is the shit, but I don't think he realizes that yet. I don't think he's reached his max potential yet. I think he's got a lot more things he wants to do until he realizes himself that he is the
Once
shit.
he gets to like Comedy Central.
Yeah. Well,
Once he
I
has
don't know
something
about that.
special.
I don't know about that. But I'm saying
Well, like with people,
he's more humble about it. I don't think he's.
Yeah.
I don't think he realizes how big of a star he is in this area. I don't think it's gotten to his head. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I mean, I don't let shit get to my head. I just always assume that this is what I'm about and this is what I'm going to do, and it's how you deal with it. I mean, like some people say, you don't perform anywhere. What clubs do you perform in? My response is, why the fuck would I perform in a shitty ass smoky club when I got the goddamn world? I got people in Nigeria bitching about me, talking about me on Nigerian newspapers. Right
Really?
now. Yeah, there was a Nigerian article published about my arrest. That video of me getting arrested, it got all over the news here, but the news stations hit me up because it got like 50,000 hits overnight on liveleak.com. So
Damn.
it got shared a shit ton.
Damn.
That video with the suspicious sunglasses has like
Yeah.
220,000 hits right now, and just keeps getting hits and hits and hits. And like I said, the fucking world's my goddamn stage. That's where my fucking world is.
There you go.
And that's the mentality that I go into stuff with. And I feel like
what kind of creepy. You say or suspicious sunglasses.
Suspicious sunglasses.
Are those
yeah.
the sunglasses you're wearing
Yeah,
now?
they're my Versace sunglasses. I got Versace underwear too, man.
Are you wearing it right now?
I didn't put those on. I didn't put the Versace underwear on right now. They're
It's a good thing you didn't, because I was going to call you out on
You're
that.
gonna call out. I do have Versace underwear. I actually bought them with the money, some of the money of the city of Cincinnati.
There you go.
I think it's kind of hilarious when you go to court. When you go to court, you should have a $200 pair of underwear on that the city of Cincinnati paid for.
That's
Damn
awesome.
Yeah, you definitely should. I mean, I would.
It's fucking hilarious and wasteful, but hilarious.
Do you when you wear them? Do you go Versace, 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 Versace?
You got to. No, like I said, that suspicious sunglasses thing was I was just sitting on a bus stop going to Chicago waiting on a friend, and a fucking cop came up to me and said I looked suspicious because I had sunglasses on and bags
What?
at a bus stop. Hey, there's a video you can watch. I mean, like I said, all the things that I'm talking about are documented. Like I can't make this shit up. I couldn't make this shit up. There's no way you could make this shit
Do you
up.
have a GoPro? Do you carry with you?
I've been carrying, yeah, I've used those. I carry an iPod camera now because it's the best. I actually got into a fight. You know who Rich Homie Quan is? The rapper Rich
Yeah,
Homie Quan?
yeah.
Yeah, I got into a fight with him over my T-Rex necklace, a chain, a couple months ago or whatever.
Why?
And I lost the footage, which is bullshit, because if I would have had the fucking footage, I'd have a billion hits online and have a rap album out right now. No, I was walking around. It was like there was a fight, a big fight going on or whatever, and I saw this dude. I didn't know who the fuck it was. I just saw this dude with a big ass necklace on. I was like, "Shit, dude, your chain sucks." And I was like, "My chain's better," and showed off my fucking T-Rex necklace. And this guy goes ape shit, fucking crazy. Starts talking mad shit, blah blah blah. Trying to get in my face. Next, thing you know, like a posse of like 15 or 20 people
Oh
come out
shit!
my face.
Where was this
You got
at?
the whole entourage on
Yeah,
you?
there's like a whole fucking entourage of people or whatever, and I had my flip camera rolling, but I got somebody hit my hand and I dropped it and it fucking broke, and I was like, but I don't know, it just shit like that happens every day. Every day I go out, shit happens, you know.
Where was that at?
There was a fight. There was a big fight, a boxing match or something like that.
Was it in Cincinnati?
Yeah, there was a big boxing
was
match.
It was Adrian Broderick or whatever? Was it that one?
I don't know. It was a boxing match, and
Yeah.
I ran into him out in the street down there, not too far from the hotel, the
Damn.
across from Nada or whatever.
Yeah.
So I lost all this great footage, but like I said, that's the world. That's how small the world is. You know, you can get into a fight with a douchebaggy rapper, or you can have a mayor wanting to suck your dick.
What did his chain look like?
It's bullshit compared to T-Rex.
It wasn't a motherfucking chain, right?
Motherfucking chain. No, it wasn't shit. But
Yeah, it just occurred to me. You say his whole entourage got on you.
yeah.
You need to get your own entourage.
Yeah.
And call them the mofos.
Yeah, we should
The
get an entourage.
mofos.
My entourage would be fucking awesome. I like to, you know, I think it'd be sweet ass to just get a shit ton of homeless dudes and just one day somehow get like extra 20 grand and just go out and blow it at a strip club and just
With a bunch of homeless dudes?
like yeah, a bunch of fucking straight up homeless dudes.
There you go.
You know,
That would
get them
be
all
cool.
cleaned up, take them out to the strip club.
Fuck that. Let them stay dirty.
Oh yeah,
Just
Yeah.
go to the strip club dirty.
because that's funny. Because it's true though. You walk
Yeah.
in a place, here's a stack, here's 2 stacks. You can party with these motherfuckers.
And they would, too.
They would, too. They'll
Money
take that
talks
money.
and
Money talks.
bullshit walks, man.
my
That's the way of the world.
lawyer right now for the appeal, and the lawyer that's going to do the stuff for my motherfucker arrest is Lou Serkin. He's the same lawyer that defended Larry Flint. He's the guy that actually argued and won at the Supreme Court. I mean,
Yeah.
like that's the kind of lawyer that I got right now, and I think
That's
it's
cool.
Oh, yeah.
I keep telling him, like, if he was 100 years younger or I was 100 years older, we would be best friends because he's like the coolest fucking guy on the planet.
Is he
Like,
super old?
He's like 75.
Really?
He's like 70s.
He's still
yeah.
doing it?
Well, he has passion. He loves
Yeah.
what he does. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't. Money doesn't mean shit. This guy, even
He's
from
a
him-
motherfucker, too.
He is
Yeah.
a motherfucker. You know, he's awesome. And like I said, it's weird when you sit down, you talk with people, and especially people who are passionate and ambitious and love what they do. It just it gives you a different light. Like I didn't know what it is I was meant to do until I got kicked out of college, and I was like, it just clicked in your head. And when you feel that, wherever it is, you can't stop. You just can't turn off. When you feel like you're meant to be a goddamn comedian, you are a comedian, and you get up on stage and you do what it is that you do. When you feel like you're an activist, you go out and you be a fucking activist. If you're a goddamn radio host, you fucking do whatever the hell it is you do. Because every
right.
day, even if, you know, success is a state of mind and failure is a choice. And like I said, impossibility is definitely a choice. And it's easier just to say, you know what, I'm trying, I'm working on it, I'm making shit happen, than to say I'm not doing anything. And I think that's how
cool.
you gotta approach life.
I like that.
It's very true, man. You've definitely inspired me to take on the motherfucker role, if you will. I'm definitely going to push myself in the future.
And if you get arrested, I know a good lawyer.
I'll definitely hit you up, man. I got your number. I'm going to save it on my phone.
I got arrested. Hashtag motherfucker.
Just keep looking for the hashtag. I'm definitely going to be doing that if I ever get arrested. That'll be our code.
All right.
Just to keep checking that. But I think that is going to wrap us up here, folks. Thank you again for
Yeah.
coming out.
Thank
It's
you.
been
That was
been
cool.
super
Yeah,
fucking
seriously,
fun.
man.
I'm
It
glad.
was cool we got you this soon, like right after everything
I
happened.
know.
We thought we didn't know that was going to be a while before we
as
get
soon as
you.
I saw it, I was like, I gotta get that guy.
Yeah.
And then when Jay jumped in and was like, I can get him, I was just like, fuck
Done.
yeah, make that shit happen. And then
Oh, that
look
was
at that,
all
less
of-
than a week.
Yeah.
Less than a week. We're
What
moving
was it?
up, man.
Well, we had all those. I had all those 700 WW interviews, the WEBN, and
Yeah.
all the news
Yeah.
stations and shit like that. Yeah. Well, you guys was on Friday. Theirs were like yesterday, the day before. So.
Well,
That's cool.
we still got him.
We still got him.
Got him. Jay.
Yeah, there you go.
We got him prime
It was
time.
That's
That's what
Jay
it
sending
is.
messaging. You need to talk with these guys. You guys are awesome. And Jay wasn't lying. You guys are fucking awesome.
Fuck
Well,
yeah.
thanks,
Cool.
man.
Thanks, man.
motherfucker.
Thanks, man. You're a cool motherfucker.
But yeah, check out his book, The Art of Being a Motherfucker, available at Amazon,
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Nobles, in the trunk of his car.
There's probably one at the city of Cincinnati. Actually bought a copy of my book.
No
So-
shit, really?
go.
Dude, they,
Forever.
They
That's
used it
fucking-
against
that's
me in
forever.
court.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right.
Because it says I illegally advertised myself around the city of Cincinnati.
what?
It says I illegally advertised himself all over the city of Cincinnati. That's one of the things on the back of the book, and they actually use that in a jury trial. Like they go, "Have you illegally advertised yourself all over the city of Cincinnati?" And you're sworn under oath, and you're like, "Yeah."
Have you
Well,
read
it
my
says
book?
it.
Have you read my book?
Have you read my book?
What was your favorite part of the book? You should have asked them.
They were talking about how I said girls who are 20 years old are stupid and like to suck dick, but don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They talked about that a
But
lot.
it's fucking true, though.
It is true.
It is true.
Very true. The truth hurts, and the truth
Every
shall
once in
set
a
you
while,
free.
there's that rare, like, jailbait chick that's a little bit more mature than she should.
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
But for the most part, fuck it.
They're all dumb as shit. Once they get past 22, they're starting to wise up
Yeah,
a little bit.
The hormones, I think,
Yeah.
kind of take
Kinda
take
level
effect,
out.
Yeah.
Oh, good God, man.
Yeah.
Any girl from the age of 18 to, I'd say, like 22, it's like, shut the fuck up. Jesus
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
And the duck lips.
Yeah.
Gotta get rid of the fucking
Yeah.
duck lips. I hate that shit.
Or the whole Snapchat thing's just fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're not
Technology as a whole.
Snapchatting your vagina or your titties. What the hell is the point of Snapchatting?
Yeah.
bitch?
Saved. Oh, wait,
I hate
it
it when a
shows
girl.
up. Shit.
I hate it when a girl calls you honey and she hasn't sucked your dick yet.
Yeah.
You're like, well, what the fuck you call me honey for?
How do you know what it tastes like?
Yes.
Exactly. I mean,
You know what this honey tastes like.
what was it? I remember I got into a fight with this super hot Zimbabwe girl. She was crazy. But we were fucking one day, and she's like, starts screaming, "Put a baby inside of me! Put a baby
shit.
inside of me!" And I literally was like, it was just like, get
Get
off,
it
got up,
done.
walked out, and shit like that happens. People are fucking crazy, man.
That shit does happen.
People are
Fucking-
fucking crazy.
Just choke
Was
me.
she a mother?
Choke me.
No, that's different. That's pretty cool. But that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother show. Well, all right, that is going to wrap us up, folks. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, all that fun shit. And don't forget our hotline. You can call us, 859-429-0055. I'm your host, Jerry Saylor, signing off.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Leopard Slipper Dust TP.
Forrest motherfucking T-Rex Thomer.
Wait, I wasn't on you. Do it again.
Oh, well, I'm Forrest motherfucking T-Rex Tomer. Buy my motherfucking book. Help
There
me pay
you
these
go.
goddamn legal fees and shit.
And, of course, fuck you, Toby.
Fuck
you,
you, Toby.
Peace out, y'all. Thanks for watching.
See it.
Later.
This episode of the Kentucky Hot Brown Boys has been brought to you by 536 Productions, LLC. Executive producers Dustin Duchel and Jerry Saylor. Audio samples provided by RockLuciferay.com and the public domain. For more information, please visit KYHBB.com.